Hi guys, another great day out in West Taunton now. Out doing a leaflet campaign for local elections for the town council. So in the by-election a few people retired or resigned. It's an interesting situation here regarding some of the, well, I want to say scandals, but they're not so much scandals as just massive controversies. So we're out trying to win these by-elections anyway. I didn't have a vlog yesterday because I'm using the action cam at the moment because I'm out and about, and I was using it yesterday as well for similar reasons, and it didn't seem to want to record, so I've only got a part of yesterday. I'll show you that now. Yeah, I'm just reading a little bit of a magazine you've got here, and it's interesting. I found out the origin of the word vitriol, and it would seem that vitriol was originally, or oil of vitriol, was a chemical that was manufactured. And when proper chemical nomenclature came in about 1787 to define what chemicals really were based on their formulae, vitriol became known by sulfuric acid. However, vitriol as a word remained in common parlance. So if you describe somebody as being full of vitriol, what you're actually meaning is that they're very caustic and acidic in personality. And that's the origin of the word. And that's apparently cool. Vitriol was still used as a common slang term for sulfuric acid, even as late as the early 20th century. That's actually really interesting stuff, and as we said before, knowing is half the battle. And that's literally everything that we managed to record, because for some reason it didn't record. So I'm going to check that recording now. Apparently I am. Just one of those situations. So, out and about, delivering leaflets, a bit of exercise, getting out and about in the community. Always love to do that. Do it as often as I can. So now I'm going to get on and deliver some more letters. See you later. Well guys, very good morning delivering leaflets there. We've got a good guy here, Toby.
Yo.
He's done a lot of good work for us, one of our best campaigners. And we've had a really nice morning, good weather, and it's been very quick to get through everything. So, very happy. Oh, here she is. Hello. Oh. Hello, fancy meeting you here. You got wood? Yes, got wood. Have you got wood for sheep? No, but I do have an erection in my hand. And I'm going to... Oh. That's not really the type of thing you want to talk about, but it is a fun Settlers of Catan reference. A city, that's the erection I was putting up. Yes. I'll let you to it then with your got wood for sheeps. Yes, yeah. Oh, it's a lovely day out here. Come on. It is. Shall we go out and have a walk? I'll show you what I've been doing. What have you been doing, you wood-loving chopper? Repair work. Alright. On the shed. What was happening was that when it was raining, the weather was coming from over there for a change. And it was splashing up, and the piece of wood I've just cut up for firewood used to go across the bottom, and there was no other real protection. And it was splashing up, water was getting between that bit of wood and the wood of the shed. So I've replaced all that with some spare offcuts of roofing felt that had left over from doing the carport. And that should hopefully stop a lot of the splashbacks. So what's happened is the rain falls really hard on here and splashes back up. Right. That's how it gets behind things. So hopefully this'll, you know, it's what I call preemptive maintenance. Yeah, you'd rather do it early. Yeah, it's rather than waiting for a problem, it's spotting the potential problems and trying to find a way of fixing it before that problem becomes really bad. One nice walk later. Alright guys, so we're out here in, where are we anyway? This is Braitmount. I thought it was. And basically we come out because it's a nice day, and I've finished the leafleting we were doing for the campaign earlier on. So I thought, why don't we come out and just have a look around some areas that we don't have a lot of time to come to usually. So here we are in Braitmount having a look at this new little shopping area, which you can see behind me. It's actually quite nice, and looks pretty good, so we're pleased. What do you think, Jen? I think it's really good. It's actually quite a nice day. It's not desperately cold, so we're going to have to shoot off because we do have some frozen items in our shopping. Oh, I'm glad you brought up the frozen items. Now, you might remember that I've been doing this no sugar diet. Well, Jen here is a bad influence because Jen decided that the best thing we could do was have a cake. Didn't she? And popcorn. And then a bucket of popcorn. I mean, what says sticking to a no sugar diet like a bucket of popcorn? Oh, Zoe, but You don't have to eat any. I'll do your deal. I'll chomp. You can look on longingly. Yep.
This does not sound like a good plan to me. Anyway, let's go on. Okay, here's a fun little thing to start the day. I believe I've fixed my issue of constantly knocking and therefore damaging the wire for the microphone with a little bit of sellotape. What I've got here is basically I've taped the wire to the camera. I mean, there's nothing there that's going to cover up. It's not covering up any of the buttons. So I'm doing pretty good there, and I think it's worked. So I'm really, really happy with the situation. And yeah, it looks like I've taped the camera together, but I don't care. Aesthetics-wise, I don't really mind. The quality of the production is what counts, and it looks like it's worked. So I'm really, really happy.